Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be discussing if you are the senior, should you right size to a smaller flat? As Singaporean age with more baby boomers reaching retirement age, it is not unusual to experience an influx of seniors who have plans to downsize from their spacious apartment to one that is more manageable. These seniors who bought their property way back in the 1980s to 1990s who have experienced a huge spike in their property valuation over the past decade. If you are in this age group, I will give you some pointers on what kind of housing option can you explore, and also how should you plan for your legacy. On the other hand, if you are the children, you better don't skip this video. Later your parents sell their property and leave you with Kopi Zosong. You will know why already. Here, let's go. In the past years, I've seen an increase in seniors approaching me for their housing plans. Not sure whether there are more seniors or is it because I'm old already. Here, let me touch on private property owners or PPO for short. They usually fall into two categories, those that stay in a landed property or private condominium. Firstly, let's talk about those staying in a landed property. Most of them have plans to sell their landed because of the staircase. Yes, climbing up and down is a challenge. It is still alright if you are still young and healthy. However, if age catches up, it's not fun climbing up and down daily. I can personally relate to that. Another reason is because of the space. Initially, when they purchase the property, their children are still young and need the space they grew up in. Once they got married and move out, suddenly the house becomes too big to manage. Cleaning the house on a daily basis can also be very tiring without any strong purpose since most of the space is underutilized. The third reason is because no money already. Most of them are not working and are living through their saving. It's a matter of time before their saving will drop up due to inflation and medical expenses. Therefore, it only makes sense for them to cash out their property and use part of their sales proceeds for their living expenses. Lastly, and most importantly, for most private property owners, they are sitting on property that has risen in value over the years. Some of them may even have more than one property. When they are towards the end of this journey, they will want to do some legacy planning to distribute their wealth before they bye-bye. That is why they want to sell their current property, split their asset, and settle their affair. Here, for those who have plans to do some legacy planning on their own, this is a government website known as My Legacy. This is a pretty awesome website. You can explore this website all by yourself. It talks about end-of-life planning. You can help your loved ones make arrangements according to their wish when the time comes. Then, when death happens, you can check what you need to do when they die. Then, this is the part that I love the most. Start planning with My Legacy Valve. Plan, store, and share your legal, healthcare, and estate matters securely with people you trust. Here, so irony, many of us plan which school to go, plan our career, plan which property to buy, and so on. But they miss out the most important thing. They never plan for their legacy. Take note, this website cannot replace a will or lasting power of attorney. Please consult your legal professions on this. Here, some of you have asked me, how should I split my asset? My take is very simple. You need to take into three considerations. Firstly, how much money do you want to keep for your own retirement? You will need to work out your monthly expenses and then work backwards on your yearly expenses. Then work out how long can you live due to your health and so on. If you don't know, the average age is 83 years old in 2022. For male, is 80 years old. For female, is 85 years old. Then you add everything up and compound it yearly by 3% for inflation. If you are more kiasi, then add another 30% for extra. If you have more, you can just add on. After all, this is your own money. Please also factor in the money you are receiving monthly via CPF Life. The second condition is how much money you want to bless your children. I know of some clients who want to pass everything to their children and give them a leg up in life. This is an individual preference. However, I have another school of thoughts. I've come across cases where their children hardly visit them. Their children are so busy with their day-to-day life that they simply bochap or simply ignore their elderly parents. That is why I tell my senior clients, why bother to leave so much money for them? After all, most of them have their own HDB flats or private property. Don't need to worry about them. The blessing is an extra for them. It wouldn't make any difference to their life. On the other hand, if you leave more to them, it will only make them complacent and lazy in life. This is hurting them more than helping them. After hearing what I say, they say it makes sense. That is why if you have filial children that take care of your needs, please leave more for them. If you have Gina, just leave a little for them will do. 意思后了. Take your hard-earned money and go traveling. They don't bother about you. Why bother so much for them? Correct? Here, if you are the children on the receiving end and watching this video, if you realize your parents leave little or nothing for you, please don't blame them. Time to buck up and visit them more often. At this stage of life, what they want from you is only your time. Set your priorities right. I know when I say this, I may receive backlash from their children. They may purposely click the thumb down button to hurt my algorithm and bring down my video. Let me tell you this, I'm not afraid one. But before you do this, ask yourself this question. Your parents raised you up and spend time with you. I think it's fair that you spend time in return. Just like this advertisement by Petronas many years ago, I can still resonate it very well. Treat them well, and who knows, they will bless you in their afterlife. That depends on your personal preference. If you are staying in a pricey property, say a landed property, you can consider moving to a condominium to preserve your wealth. On the other hand, if you are staying in a condo, the most obvious choice is to downgrade to a HDB resale flat. Please take note that based on current policy, PPO that are more than 55 years old can only buy a 4-room resale flat without serving the 15 months debarment period. However, if you are only keen to buy a 5-room or bigger flat, you will need to wait out that 15 months. Here, let me share with you another property lobang. As mentioned many times before, HDB built super solid HDB flats today. They are far superior to any private condos in terms of design and practicality. They are also low frills with lower maintenance fees, easily 5 times cheaper than any private condo. Not only that, you are eligible for government rebates from GST voucher to SNCC rebates. I think this government has given you a lot of subsidies to those staying in public flats in recent years. I think every eligible Singaporean should buy a BTO flat in their lifetime. If you don't believe me, please go to the Bidadari estate and take a short walk in this estate. It's so green. Everywhere have gardens. You also have sky garden that offer you panoramic view of the surrounding area. You also have those flats that open directly to a neighboring park. Seriously, cannot complain already. Please note that HDB imposed a 30 months waiting out period if you have disposed away your private property before you can even apply. If you are still unsure what you should do next and how to apply for one, you can always contact me for assistance. For senior, HDB built flats that you can technically age in place. I think this is something most Singaporeans would prefer rather than living in a nursing home. Sorry, I always believe in having your own freedom in your twilight years. Having the flexibility to move around and do what you like. Retiring in a HDB setting is the best in my option. Low frills and having a network of communities for support. I think this is very important as loneliness is the deadliest killer in old age. You don't die because you have no money in Singapore. You die from mental illness. Here, what about HDB owners who are currently staying in a bigger HDB flat? Well, the obvious choice is to move to a smaller HDB flat. Do you know, if you move closer to your children, you are eligible for proximity housing grant that range from 20,000 to 30,000. If you are moving to a 3 or smaller flat, there is also this silver housing bonus of up to 30,000. However, there are some conditions to it. You will need to top up your CPF retirement account and enjoy CPF Life. For those that are living in a 3 or 4 room resale flat, you may wish to apply for HDB studio flat. They are usually priced below 150,000 depending on location and the flexi lease that you opt for. For those who are exploring a lease buyback scheme, as previously mentioned in my earlier video, if you want to buy in your current flat and you do not have any dependent to pass anything behind, please go and do a lease buyback. However, if you have children and you want to bless them, please consider other alternatives. Here, I've come to the end of my video. For senior watching this video and have nothing to do at home, let me share with you another lobang. Please go and download Healthy 365 apps developed by the Health Promotion Board. You can go and collect a free watch that can track your exercise routine and use it to collect cash vouchers from FairPrice Supermarket and others. I think this is a good initiative by HPB to keep you healthy as you age in place. Well done, HPB. That's all. See you around. By the way, I exercise quite regularly, from walking, swimming, hiking, running to cycling. Please say hi to me when our path cross. To end it off, for all my Muslim friends fasting in the month of Ramadan, Ramadan Mubarak to you. Terima kasih.